Day One Podcast. I'm your co-host, Anthony. I got my co-host, Kyle. Say what's up. What's happening, y'all? Let's get this shit going, baby.
Hey, you were cheesing that whole time, bro.
I was having me a good old time.
Yeah, bro. You definitely were.
Gotta
No
respect
question. What's going on, y'all? It's another day on the Day One Podcast. I'm your co-host, Anthony. Got my co-host, Kyle. Say what's up.
What's happening, y'all?
So we out here. It's another day, another show. We got jam-packed for you guys. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff today. We're going to talk about Henry Ruggs. The sentencing hearing happened. We're going to discuss that a little bit. We're going to talk about Trey Turner. You got to love the Philly fans, bro. We know how to love our dudes. Pause.
Yeah, we do, bro. Hey, yo.
We know how to give them love. You know what I'm saying? Tough love, soft love.
That's just crazy.
So we'll talk about that, helping his confidence out. Kyle will talk about his top 10 breakout candidates for this upcoming NFL season. Pretty interesting list. Some guys that you would kind of expect, some other guys that you wouldn't really expect. So it's a good mix of guys maybe you haven't heard of. So we'll talk about that.
Get you some knowledge today.
Yeah, it was spit game on me. Pause. I'll break down the Eagles open practice on Sunday. It was a movie for sure. If you had to be there, 50,000 people for a practice. It was.
I ain't paying money to go see a man practice. I'm sorry.
Hey, over 50,000 of us did, and 100% of that shit went to the Eagles Autism Foundation. So
nice.
Love to see it. So we'll talk about that. We're finally gonna get back into spread picks and the matchups.
It's that time.
One of our favorite segments of this show. It is that time. We just got to get in the swing of things before the real thing starts. But we'll break down some preseason football matchups, some spread picks, and then we'll end it out with out of left field. We got a Sporkle quiz today, picked by ours truly, Kyle. So that's the lineup for today. But before we get into any of that, two things. One, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. We're doing big things. Speaking of big things, I'm going to announce it now because it's official. Live on the program, Tuesday, August 22nd at 7 p.m., we're going to have Smitty and King DV on the program live for our 2023-2024 NFL schedule prediction.
Woohoo!
August 22nd, 7 p.m. We'll be here running through the whole schedule from week 1 to the Super Bowl, making a gigantic prediction, and we'll see who's right. We'll see who's wrong.
And make sure y'all grab your popcorn, get you some candy, like you at the movies, because it's going to take a while.
Yeah, it's going to be a minute. Yeah, it's going to be a minute. But no, shout out to them for coming on. We always love, chopping it up with them. It's always a good time. So we're very excited. And again, August 22nd, Tuesday, 7 p.m., 2 weeks from today. 2 weeks from this moment right here, we're going to be chopping it up with our guys.
Yes,
so,
sir.
Again, thanks for them for coming on. Show them some love. I'm sure everybody that's going to be watching that has already subscribed to their channel. So,
100%.
Still, show them some love. So, yeah. All right. You ready to get into some stuff?
Let's get into it, bro. Lots to do.
All right. We'll start off with some bleak news. Henry Ruggs, as we all know, was arrested for killing a man while driving his vehicle at over 140 miles an hour. And his sentencing hearing happened today. He was sentenced to 3 to 10 years in prison.
Nice. That's not good. Not good, bro. Not good.
It's like the Stephen A. meme. This is bad. This is very, very bad.
It is. It is. And you hate to see it, especially from a like, not to defend him, but you hate to see a guy like ruin his career so early on without even really having a chance, because you do something like this and you got to pay the price for it.
Mm-hmm.
And he was one of the top guys in his draft class. I'm sure we all thought he was going to have a pretty good career. There's rumors though that he's working out with the team. Did you see that?
I didn't.
Yeah, what was it? It might have been Dallas.
Of course. What a shocker.
But yeah, he said right after the sentencing. Oh wait, was it him? No, it wasn't Ruggs. It was somebody else. But Ruggs was in contact with the Cowboys before his sentencing. That's right.
Heard you
talking about how he wanted to go play football, but can't do that from behind bars. They don't let you out on Sundays.
You're gonna be playing in the prison yard. Hey, they do those pickup football games in the prison yard, bro. He's number 1 pick every time.
You seen the longest
every
yard?
Time.
You seen the longest yard? You seen it? You seen it?
Recreating it 20 plus years later.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for a guy like Henry Ruggs, who was very talented. He was on his way to be one of the top receivers in the league, and you know, it's just it's another one of those things where you have these young guys that come in, and there's so much responsibility and all this glitz and glamour, the money, all this freedom, but comes great responsibility, and you know, they take it for granted. And as we can see here, this is one of the sadder recent cases that you can lose it at any time.
Facts. And that's what Uncle Ben said. With great power, it's great responsibility. And this man blew it. But what are you gonna do? I mean, it is what it is. I ain't gonna be visiting him, but
no.
Nope.
Devontae Smith, Eagles wide receiver and longtime friend, was at the hearing. He took personal leave from practice today to go see the sentencing and be with his friend. I mean, they've been best friends since they played at Alabama, so you know, you gotta kind of respect the support for his guy. But again, it's unfortunate. It's not like Henry Ruggs is like a thug, or, you know, he had malicious intent behind it. It was obviously just one of those unfortunate events that obviously it wasn't anything premeditated, but you know, you kill a guy going 140 miles an hour plus.
How do you drive that fast? Like, where can you go to drive that fast unless you're on an airfield, bro?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, how do you get to that speed?
I don't know, bro. Or air traffic control, NASCAR track. I don't know, drag strip. I mean, me racing, like when I'm driving on the road, I'm not like speed demon in it. And you would think like me being behind the wheel of a race car, like, yeah, bro, I'm going for that. No, it's two different things, and I think it comes with kind of maturing and growing up to kind of accept the responsibilities that you have in the position that you are, that, you know, you can't be acting a fool.
No.
And Henry Ruggs learned the hard way.
Yeah. So enough of the depressing matters.
Let's get into some light-hearted stuff.
Yes. Bro, I'm so excited. The Phillies are rolling right now.
At the right time, too.
At the right time, just like last year.
Yeah.
This is about that time we picked it up last year. And I don't know if you've been seeing this on Twitter, but like after every Phillies game, someone will post the record of the 1980 season,
Yep.
the record
Yeah.
of the 2008 season, and then this
the
season.
It's the record of this season. It's like within a game, 2 games. It's crazy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yep.
If
We
you've been
don't be a
living under
wild card.
rock. Yeah. If you've been living under a rock, Trey Turner's a Philadelphia Philly, signed there in the offseason, lit up the World Baseball Classic, and the hype has just built from that moment to where Philly fans are just, the expectation was that what they saw in the World Baseball Classic was going to happen all season. But it hasn't really turned out that way. You know, the Trey Turner's kind of struggled for the majority of the season, and
he's having his worst batting season of his career. His OPS is sitting comfortably at like a 650.
mm-hmm.
Average OPS hovers around 800 in the league. And he was consistently getting 100, like 1.1s, 1.2s throughout his best years when he was with the Dodgers. So it's really sad to see how he started, but it also doesn't really surprise me. I mean, a lot of people, if you don't follow baseball that closely, Trey Turner has played in California since he was 3 years old. So moving across to the East Coast and under a team that's got, I think, probably the third biggest fan base next to the Yankees and the Dodgers. The Phillies are up there too.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
So
and it was getting to him for sure. And, you know, you could see it in his play. So a couple nights ago, the fans showed him love, gave him a standing ovation when we went to his at-bat. And from that moment on...
Hit a fucking nuke!
Exactly. Yes, he did. Out of this world. And since that nuke, we've seen a different Trey Turner.
We have. And I just want to call out all you fucking clowns, you fake Phillies fans on Twitter. Why was everyone talking about should we boo or should we cheer? Bro is on our team. You cheer. You boo when he leaves for the Dodgers, like Utley did, like Victorino did, like Worth did. You boo them when they run out. But no, I that shit pissed me off. I'm so happy that the Phillies fans did the right thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that shit pissed me off. So all you fake fuckers out there, go be a fan of the Mets so you have something to boo at. Go be a Mets fan.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the Mets have been a dumpster fire.
Bro, they signed 2 Hall of Fame pitchers this offseason. Not to get too off topic. They signed Justin Verlander and Max Scherzer. They traded them both already.
Yeah, I peeped that. Yeah. I don't know what's going on over there, but yeah, I mean, you love to see it. Obviously the real fans, not the fake phonies that claim to be fair weather Philadelphia fans. The real ones. We know how to get our kids going. We know how to give them some love, when to get on their ass, pause. We know how they tick.
Mm-hmm.
So, giving him that standing O, letting him know, like, hey, we're behind you. You don't have to, like, try to get our approval. We already approve of you. Yes. And kind of just let him play baseball.
Let this man cook.
Facts. And cook he did. Hit a dinger and has been much better ever since. And the thing that I like about him during that is, like, he wasn't blaming anybody for his struggles. Like, he was taking accountability. Like, he was in the lab working, trying to work it out. And, just a little bit on top from the fans, and, he's picking it up at the right time when, the Phillies are trying to secure a playoff spot.
Yep. And we're right now, we're sitting comfortably in the top wild card spot. We're up like 3 games. There's still a lot to go, but it's a great spot to be at. If we finish here, we'll most likely play the Padres to open the postseason, and we go smack that ass
for real.
But no, and just to shout out a couple other Phillies guys right now. Bryce Harper is finally getting his power bat back. He's got, I think 3 home runs in the last 2 weeks. Still not to what his level is, but the slugging numbers are going up. The OBP is going up, which is making the OPS go up, which is fucking awesome. It's good to see. I had a feeling he would start off rough for this season, considering the UCL surgery, but he's finally starting to ramp up right at the right time. And bro, Nick Castellanos is fucking back. Bro, this man had a piss poor season last year.
Yeah.
Awful, terrible. This year, bro, he's in considerations for a Gold Glove. 2 years ago, he was ranked the worst defender in baseball. He's on pace for a Gold Glove. He's got 2 homers as we speak. It's only the 4th inning.
Yeah.
He's going nuclear. And he was a guy that would average he averaged like 50 doubles for his career up until last season, which has not been done before. Like, if he plays as long as some of the greats have, he'll be the all-time leader in doubles.
Damn.
And this year, he's already up to like 35. So he's pushing that 50 mark again.
Yeah.
So Nick Castellanos is back, baby. Oh my God. I miss Reese. We need Reese back. But bro, the bottom of our lineup has been really good.
Yeah.
Edmundo Sosa has been really good. Cody Clemens, when he plays, has been really good.
Mm-hmm.
Rojas has been really, really good. I don't know shit about that man.
Yeah.
But his batting average.
I know he had a good outfield play.
Yes. And his batting average for the season is like 0.35. So a lot smaller sample size, but that's still incredible because he's probably going to push the 150, 200 at bat mark.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really good. It's being a movie right now. Plus, we just traded for the Detroit starting pitcher Lorenzen, and then he came out game 1, day after he got traded, 1 hit shutout.
Wow. Hey, Phillies are cooking right now, bro.
Tejuan Walker.
At the right time.
Our signing in the offseason, Tejuan Walker, is leading the NL in wins. Like, it's beautiful. This is a movie. It's a movie. Red October can't come soon enough.
Facts. Hey, they're going to run it back.
They're going to run it back. Yeah, we're going to piss on the fucking Astros in the World Series.
Yep.
We're going to piss on them.
That's facts.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Shout out the Phillies. Shout out the Fightins. The Fightins said.
Listen, I know you always want me to bring out my bias on the show a little bit, and I always refuse to. I'll do that for the Phillies.
I respect it.
Because it's like, it's so close to the heart.
Listen, see, this is what we need. We need you like me when I'm talking about the Eagles.
But at least I don't spend 30 minutes on the Phillies. I
don't mind you spending 30 minutes on the Phillies. I don't care.
Whatever.
It's cool.
But the Phillies are my Eagles to you. They're so deep into my veins. I was a baseball player growing up. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah.
This season's going to be a movie. Red October, baby.
They're going to run Red October back.
Dancing on my own.
Facts. We'll have to hit a playoff game.
Yes, we're going to a playoff game. Mm-hmm.
Facts.
I'm done now. I'm happy now.
Let's switch gears.
Yep.
Speaking of bias,
let's get into our next segment.
Put together by our biased individual right here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. All right. So we sort of did something like this last week. We ranked the top 5 fantasy players at each position. Okay. Mm-hmm. Today we're going to do something a little similar, not as long, but I'm going to bring my top 10 breakout players for the 2023 season. I think it's a perfect list, if you ask me. But have I ever done anything wrong ever? Nope. I've never been wrong.
You think that?
I've never been wrong. None of that. So
I don't know about that, bro.
Come on now.
All right. Let's get into your list.
Let's get into it. Okay. So drink it in. Take a look. Okay. Give it a read. tell me what pops out to you the most besides DeAndre Swift. What surprises you the most on this list?
DeAndre Swift. Show some Eagle love.
Outside.
I guess that you have Justin Ross at number 1.
Why?
Well, we didn't really see anything from him last year.
It doesn't matter what you. It doesn't matter what you did last year. Breakout. Who I think is going to pop this coming season. You could have not played last year. You could have been riding the bench. You could have been almost a Pro Bowler like Travis Etienne. These are guys that I think are going to make the holy shit these guys can play type of jump.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's get into.
I guess I don't know. I guess the thing that jumps out having him over guys like Etienne, Jeremy Chin, your guy Vera Tucker.
And I'll have my explanation. Okay. So
yeah.
I'm gonna go from 10 to 1. Okay. Give my reasonings. All right.
All right.
So number 10, Jake Ferguson, tight end out of the Dallas Cowboys. I have him on this list. He's not a very well-known name. Some of you are probably thinking, who the hell is this man with the Trevor Lawrence type neck on my screen right now? He's now the starting tight end for the Cowboys. He was back up last year to Dalton Schultz, who is now no longer there. Okay. Dalton Schultz was one of the more underrated tight ends in the league last year. I think you could agree with that, even though your bias says no. Okay.
No, Dalton Schultz is a dog, and Ferguson was a good tight end too for them. So I agree.
Yep. And we know that Dak loves his tight ends. He played with Jason Witten a little bit. It helped him pop in the league. Jason Witten had good seasons with him. Same thing with Dalton Schultz. So I think he's going to have a chance to be possibly the number 2 weapon on that offense in the passing game. Reason being, we don't know what Brandon Cooks is going to be. Michael Gallup is always questionable. We don't know what we're getting from him. CeeDee Lamb obviously is going to be the number 1 guy. He's going to pop. Like I said in the fantasy video, I think he's going to be the number 3 fantasy receiver this year. Okay. And I also don't think their running game is going to be that great. You know what I mean? You lose Zeke, so you don't really have that thunder and lightning duo anymore. Deuce Vaughn has shown some good things at camp, but I'm not going to put my eggs in the 5-5 running back basket quite yet. I want to see it on the field first, and we will definitely a lot in the preseason. So, Dak loves his tight ends. So I think he's got a real chance at making a jump. Whether it may not be huge. It might be a 800-yard season with maybe double-digit touchdowns, which is really good out of the tight end position. So, Jake Ferguson at 10.
I like it. And Dallas, you can kind of look at them as not like a tight end factory, but they have this cycle. In a way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, in a roundabout way, yes. Yeah. They have this cycle where, Jason Witten was the 1, Dalton Schultz is kind of the 2, kind of learning under him. He retires. Dalton Schultz is now the 1. Jake Ferguson comes in. He's running the 2, kind of getting game, and now Jake Ferguson's the 1. And
Luke Schoonmaker's are 2 now, rookie. Yeah. So I definitely. I mean, there's some rumors that the tight end position's up in the air, but I have a feeling they're going to start the vet over to rookie.
Yeah.
So, Jake Ferguson. And the other thing about it, too, is I think they have sort of been a factory because it's not like they've never really had top names at the tight end other than when Jason Witten was there. But Jason Witten has been retired, 5 years now, probably?
Over and 5 years.
Yeah, and we haven't questioned, the Cowboys need a tight end because they keep getting production out of these guys. So,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, Jake Ferguson at 10, I think he's going to make a jump.
I agree.
Number 9, I have Asante Samuel Jr., cornerback for the Chargers. The main reason he's on this list for me is because I think he's going to take a James Bradbury type jump. Maybe not to that level, but I think J.C. Jackson only played 5 games last year. He's healthy. Okay.
Right.
Derwin James is healthy. That secondary is a lot better. He's going to be matched up with a lot of wide receiver 2s.
Right.
And it's going to look very good for him. And because you look around the league, a lot of these teams don't really have a 1-2 punch. Maybe you obviously have Tyreek and Waddle. You have Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. You have AJ and Devontae. You've got some teams, but a lot of these 2s in the league aren't really much. So I think we could see Asante Samuel have a big year this year, especially with the improvements of defense. They're going to be healthier. I mean, could they have another Chargers season where everybody gets hurt? Yes, because it's in their blood. But you don't go into the season expecting a team to lose half their defense and offense. So I think they're going to be a lot better. The team's going to be a lot better. There's going to be more eyes on them, putting more eyes on Samuel. So I have him at number 9.
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, it's a good situation for him.
Mm-hmm.
Being behind a Pro Bowler, J.C. Jackson. They're both really good corners.
They are.
And being matched up against wide receiver 2s always bodes well for a CB1 worthy player. And we saw it with Bradbury last year. So
yes.
So I don't hate it. I like it. And I like Asante Samuel Jr. I biasly wanted him to be drafted by us, but didn't happen. So
yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's hard to pick through defensive guys unless it's like an end that's going to get a lot of sacks, because you're not going to really see the improvement on the stat sheet.
Right.
But the eye test, if you're watching the games, if you know your ball, you'll see the improvement out of these defensive guys. So
yeah.
Yep. And speaking of defensive guys, let's move on to number 8. I have Jeremy Chin. Reason being, he's a very underrated safety in the league right now. Yeah. And their secondary is one of the most underrated in the league. You have J.C. Horn, who has been probably a top 10 corner. He was last year, I think. Not a lot of talk about him because the team's bad. But they're one of these teams that has a chance to win that division. It's wide open. I think the Saints will, but who knows, right?
Yeah.
So he's one of the leaders on defense. He's going into his 3rd year. And again, he's going to have help from the secondary with J.C. Horn being healthy. C.J. Henderson on the other side, who was the top overall corner drafted in his draft class. So I think there's a lot of room for improvement in that safety position because you have reliable corners ahead of you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would have him higher on this list.
Yeah.
I think he's bound for a Pro Bowl type season.
It's possible. It's certainly possible. I didn't put him any higher because it's very hard to judge if a safety's having a good year or not unless you're watching the games. You know what I mean? And a lot of these casual fans they're going to be looking at stat sheets. If Jeremy Chin has 1 pick next year,
yeah,
people are going to be
like, sucks.
This guy sucks, right?
But if they don't see him like occupying space and forcing quarterbacks into tough reads, and the corners are getting the stats, like, that speaks for something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like Chin. He's another trade candidate for us, but fell through.
That whole defense is a trade candidate for you.
Yeah, all last year.
Yep. All right, moving on to the offensive side of the ball. Little bit of a homer pick here, but I think I have reasonings that are warranted. Elijah Vera Tucker at number 7. Reason being, he got hurt last year with torn ACL. He played, I want to say it was 6 games. I have to fact check it. It was either 5, 6, or 7. Didn't give up a sack. Didn't give up a pressure as a rookie on that bad offensive line. I think he's going into a healthy year with Aaron Rodgers, who's really good at avoiding hits. I think the offensive line is going to be improved with Mekhi Becton losing weight coming back. That center we drafted, Joe Tippmann, looked incredible in the Hall of Fame game. Played the entire game, didn't give up one pressure. No one's really talking about it, but he was probably the star of our team during that game. Yeah. So I think with the offensive line being better, I think, again, there's going to be a lot of eyes on this team because of Aaron Rodgers being there. So there's going to be a lot more people looking into the team. And I think he's the best guy that we have on our offensive line right now. And I think he's really going to pop and maybe solidify himself as a top 5 guard in the NFL. Kind of like the Quentin Nelson, John. Now, maybe not to that level, but.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like when you put your guys on lists.
Well, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do it if it wasn't warranted. Like, I'm not going to put fucking Bryce Huff on here, who's going to be our 3rd string edge. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do a guy that I think legitimately can have a breakout season.
No, I mean, you make a good point that, you know, he was hurt last year. He's a guy with a lot of upside and with a full off season, get healthy and get right. And the Jets are one of those teams that are uptrending this year. So he could be a big reason as to why the Jets are so successful this year. So yeah,
Exactly.
I don't hate it.
And part of the reason being too, I think half the battle is exposure for these guys. And if you look across the list, a lot of these teams are going to have all of these teams are going to have a lot of eyes. Even guys like Jeremy Chin, because of their rookie quarterback. There's going to be a lot of eyes on that team. Same thing with Nico Collins, who we'll get to at 3. So, yep. Moving on, number 6, another defensive player, Jordan Brooks, linebacker for the Seahawks. I have him on this list. So, last 2 seasons, he's been top 5 in tackles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of people talk about him. I don't know why, because I think he's a hell of a linebacker. I think the Seahawks defense is going to be a lot better next year. You have Tariq Woolen going into year 2. You draft Devon Witherspoon as a secondary corner who, from everything I'm hearing, he could be a guy, a real guy. They upgraded at edge. They re-signed Uchenna Nwasu. Their offense got better. So I think Jordan Brooks, he's one of those guys, like, you know how in the NBA, they give the most improved to a guy that goes from like a semi-star to a superstar? Yeah. I think that's the kind of jump that Jordan Brooks is going to take. I think he solidifies himself as a top linebacker in the NFL. Because outside of Fred Warner, like, who are we looking at around the league and saying, wow, that guy could do it all? No one really.
Yeah.
The linebacker, especially like off-ball linebackers, there's not many in the league right now that are doing what Luke Kuechly did and Bobby Wagner used to do.
Right.
Things like that. So.
Right. You think of elite off-ball linebackers, you think of Micah Parsons, Hassan Reddick. You don't really think of Jordan Brooks, and he's a guy that is severely under the radar. And, you know, the Seahawks defense as a whole is just under the radar. They're sneaky. They're a sneaky good team.
Mm-hmm.
So he definitely could be a cog in the system that is a big reason why they are good this year. So I like it.
Yeah.
I like some Seahawk love because I feel like they're always overlooked a little bit.
They are. And like last little point, and won't spend too much time on it. Pete Carroll has developed defensive players like no one else in the NFL. So that's another thing too. All right. Moving on, popular guy here, Travis Etienne, 3rd-year player, running back for the Jags. He had a really, really good season last year. He had 1,100 yards, 5 tuds. I put him on this list because I think he's going to elevate himself in the receiving game. I think that he's going to get more opportunities running the ball because I read an article that Travis Etienne, Doug Peterson plans on running him 300 times this season. Last year, he only got 225 carries.
Yeah.
So if he only really needs 400 extra yards to almost be an all-pro and be a guy that's going to be a Pro Bowl back. He's super young. He's had limited carries his whole career, like high school, collegiate, and in the NFL. So he doesn't have a lot of tread on the tires. He had that injury in his rookie year. But outside of that, he's been healthy. He hasn't had a lot of carries. He could be a guy like he's going to be a better version of Tony Pollard.
Yeah.
Same kind of style of runner. But yeah, I think he, again, another guy that can solidify himself as a top back in the NFL, especially with all, and it doesn't take much for running backs to fall off. So if Travis Etienne has a great season, makes a jump, which I think he will, that's why I have him number 5 on this list. Could be a guy that runs for 1,510 tuds this year. Yeah.
I mean, he's a massive part on that Jags offense. So he's going to get utilization. He has the relationship with Trevor Lawrence. And I think between him, Lawrence, and Calvin Ridley, that's going to be a deadly 3-horse attack on offense, including the other guys that they have there with Kerr, Evan Ingram. They're going to be an all-around great offense.
They are.
And he's definitely going to be a massive guy on the back of the success of the Jags.
Absolutely. And touching on Calvin Ridley a little bit, bringing in a guy like that who, before he got suspended for some bullshit that I hate that he got suspended for,
doing what we do on the program.
Facts. When he got suspended, before that, he was on his way to be a number 1 dog receiver. And You put a guy like that on your team, it makes the defense play you honest. They can't stack the box against his team.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
shit. The Eagles the Eagles had a trade penciled up, ready to go.
Yep.
And the Falcons backed out right before this whole Goblin scandal came out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was hype. I was like, bro, Smitty, Calvin Ridley, that's deadly.
Yeah.
I'm glad the way it worked out, but still,
Of course.
Calvin Ridley's a dog.
Mm-hmm.
No matter
It's another
how you
one of
slice
those
it.
what ifs. Another one of those what ifs.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely. But he's got a big chip on his shoulder, so he's going to take pressure off of ETN and the other guys on that offense for sure. So,
Yep. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Moving on. I know you're going to be happy about this. At number 4, I have running back DeAndre Swift, traded to the Eagles this offseason. I think he's
show our guy some love.
Yes. And I think, you know how I feel. I think Rashad Penny should be the one. But I don't think it's going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. He should. In my eyes, he should be because
he's probably the best pure runner we have on the roster.
He's one of the best pure runners in the league.
I know. That's what I'm saying. On our roster, one of the best pure runners we got to offer.
Yeah.
But DeAndre Swift just does more.
He does. He does
overall.
More.
And
that's
run,
why
he can catch.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's why I have him on this list. One being when he was with the Lions, it wasn't that great of a show. They didn't have a good offensive line. Matt Stafford was struggling a little bit there. They didn't really have any wide receiver talent, so there really wasn't anything else but him. So on this Eagles offense, you think about the RPO options, you think about the incredible offensive line. No team can stack the box against the Eagles because you have those elite wide receivers out there. Kind of like
And Jalen.
And Jalen, of course. So there's a lot. It's pick your poison. And I think looking at it, what a defense is probably, if they had to try to take away one thing, if they want to let one guy beat them, it's DeAndre Swift. And he's talented enough to do so. He's going to have a jump in his yardage. His yards per carry is going to go up. He's going to get more catches, and he's going to have a really good all-around season. So, again, it's same reasons for Travis Etienne. So, yeah, I have him at 4 for that reason.
I like that. And before you move on, and we'll touch on this in a little bit. I mean, he's going to have a massive role in this offense. I'll talk about it after the list once we get into the open practice notes. But that's one thing that I saw myself at practice. I mean, he got not most of the reps, but a majority of the reps. And you saw them kind of add wrinkles to the offense to kind of cater to him and his skill set, receiving out of the backfield and things like that. Mm-hmm. He was lined up outside in the slot. Like, this dude was everywhere, and he's going to be used a lot. So he's definitely a good guy to have on the list.
Absolutely. So moving on, number 3, wide receiver for the Texans, Nico Collins. Most of you probably never heard of this guy that are watching. Wide receiver. Yeah, you've never heard of Nico Collins.
I can't lie. No.
All right. So he was their wide receiver 3 last year, behind Brandon Cooks and their tight end. I forget his name. Their tight end was their second most targeted guy. But so looking at the Texans offense, you upgrade at quarterback from Davis Mills to CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud's going to be looking for a guy. That's what the rookie quarterbacks do. They find a guy and they use him to the best of their ability. Nico Collins has the potential to have his first 1,000-yard receiving year this year. Last year, he only put up 400 yards.
Yeah.
So reason being, him being on this list is I think he can easily double that. Easily. You lose Brandon Cooks, okay? Your running game's okay. I'm not a huge Dameon Pierce guy, but I think he's going to be the wide receiver 1 because I don't think CJ Stroud's going to be looking at Robert Woods as their number 1. He's aging. He hasn't been good in a couple of years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just wait. You'll be hearing a lot about Nico Collins this season. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, somebody's got to emerge as the one out of that room. So you get a young guy like Nico Collins that solidifies himself as CJ Stroud's number one target. Hey, I like it.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. You'll be hearing his name. You could have 1,000 yards.
I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure. I mean,
you're asleep.
I wasn't digging that deep, honestly.
You're asleep. I'll try to tell you. You're asleep.
At times, yeah, you're right.
You're asleep. Okay. All right. Number 2. This one's kind of a curveball. I have tight end Adam Troutman, formerly of the Saints. He's now on the Broncos. Okay. So we all assume that the Broncos offense is going to be a hell of a lot better this year. Okay. They lost Melvin Gordon in the running game. So they're still down to Javonte Williams as their certified one, which is good. He had a really good start to his career last year. Okay.
Right.
The addition of Sean Payton, we've talked about it before. Everybody in the media talks about it. I think Sean Payton's going to be really big for Russell Wilson, but not just him, but for Adam Troutman. So you look back at some of those Saints teams with Sean Payton, Jimmy Graham, you look at what they did together in that system as a tight end was incredible. Really, really good in the red zone. And Adam Troutman was underrated for the Saints last year.
Yeah.
Underrated guy, didn't get the yardage. He may not even get the yardage this year because you got guys like Jerry Jeudy, KJ Hamler, Cortland Sutton. Those guys need a lot of targets. But as
KJ Hamler is not there anymore.
Oh yeah, not KJ Hamler. The other one. The other young receiver. There's another one.
Oh man, I can't think of his name.
You know what I'm talking. Yeah, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying. They got a lot of receivers that need the ball. But as a red zone threat, they really don't have anything outside of Troutman. Right. So I think this is a guy that could put up double-digit touchdowns for them. We'll probably have a couple multiple touchdown games. And Sean Payton utilizes the tight ends, and so did Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Well, again, with Jimmy Graham. So
yeah.
Yep. I think this is a real sleeper. He might be a guy I pick up in fantasy low-key.
Yeah, like a waiver wire snipe.
Yeah, waiver guy as a backup tight end, see what he does the first couple weeks. Because if you don't get your hands on Kelsey, Goddard, Andrews, or Waller or Kittle, you're screwed at tight end. Basically. So you got to pick somebody up that you think has potential. I think Adam Troutman really does this year. So,
yeah, I like that. Hey, I like that dig. That's a good pull.
Thanks. They've got another guy, Albert Okwuegbunam, their tight end.
Who you're also high on that guy. But...
I'm also very high on him. I used to bet on him a lot last year.
Yep.
But Adam Troutman's the more solidified guy. He's a better pass blocker. Again, a jump ball guy. Albert Okwuegbunam's kind of like a Kyle Pitts body type, where he's more of a receiver than a tight end.
Right.
Obviously not as talented. So Adam Troutman will probably be their number one. And if he is, he's going to have a really, really good year.
I like it.
Thank you. I really worked hard on that one.
I know, bro. I can tell.
All right. Getting into number 1, Justin Ross, wide receiver out of the Chiefs. Okay. I have him on this list for 2 reasons only. Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes. Okay. They're not my only reasons, but those are the main ones. Patrick Mahomes makes everybody work. And if you have the slimmest bit of talent, you're going to succeed in this offense. You lose Juju. Sky Moore's questionable. MVS is okay. He's probably never going to get better than he is now. He's got a chance. I think he's going to be probably the receiver 4 to start the year. He's got a chance to sort of take on a Victor Cruz route. Undrafted guy, get a little bit of run in the preseason, a little bit of run in the early weeks, and then explode.
Yeah.
Because keep in mind, before Justin Ross had his off-the-field issues, he was the number 1 ranked tight end in the country. I mean, number 1 ranked wide receiver in the country. That's over Justin Jefferson. Okay? That's over guys like that. So
we know how much of a dog Jettis is.
Yes. Justin Ross was a beast at Clemson.
Yeah.
So off the field stuff is gone. You have the best quarterback that has ever laced him up. You have one of the best coaches that has ever not laced him up. You have the best head coach that's ever eaten a cheeseburger. Okay. So I think Justin Ross could absolutely explode onto the scene and start his career off incredible. So
he definitely could.
And there's so much opportunity in that wide receiver room. There's so much.
You have a bunch of young guys and some uncertainty, not really like bad uncertainty, but
no.
You don't really know who the number one is gonna be that emerges out of that room. I mean, you got a bunch of guys that are young and talented.
Yep.
Who's gonna take the bull by the horns?
Exactly.
He could be one of those dudes. I mean, he's had a stellar camp.
Incredible.
So
yeah,
he could be making waves for sure.
Did I convince you him being at 1? Did I
kind of? I really don't care.
Whatever, bro.
It's your list.
You sleep, okay? You sleep. These men here are all going to have breakout seasons. I guarantee.
That's fine. I only care about one having a breakout season, and that's
Quez Watkins. All right.
Hey, it's a good list. I like it. I think you have a good mix of guys.
I do.
I
could have gone all offense, which I was originally going to do, but
yeah, no, I like that you have some offense, some defense, some UDFAs.
Yes,
I do think you're asleep on Reed Blankenship, though.
Reed Blankenship is not him. He's mid.
Hey, undrafted free agent, first snap, picks off Aaron Rodgers. Tell me that's not mid.
It's mid.
Man read the play, broke on the ball like he's done it thousands of times. Pick.
No, that's not what happened. Aaron Rodgers saw, who the fuck is this guy they brought in the game? I'm throwing at him.
And you know what Reed said? He saw, oh shit, he's coming at me. Let me pick him off.
Good for Reed. Okay? He hasn't done shit since then.
You sleep.
Whatever. How about, all right, next year, we'll revisit this list, and I'll tell you why he's not even on the top 50. Because he's going to have a mid-ass season.
Reed Blankenship?
Yes.
All right. We'll see.
He's going to have a mid-season.
We'll see.
I'm
telling you, bro.
Yep.
All right. Speaking of Reed Blankenship and my Eagles, let me take over the mic a little bit.
Get after it, my friend.
I'll try to keep this under 30, but I'm playing. So I guess a little old news, I guess, because the Eagles just had their 9th practice today.
Yep.
But I went to open practice on Sunday. It was an absolute blast. Shout out to my guy Ben. Shout out his moms, the fam. You know, I hitched a ride down with them, and we and his boy Jack too. Shout out Jack. We all kind of took in practice together. We went last year. I guess I'll open. I have a couple notes written down here. The first thing, we went down last year, first year that we did it, and there was like a cool 20,000 something people there. The lower bowl, the lower level, filled for the most part. And the second and third levels, there really wasn't anybody. Said maybe a couple stragglers. This year, the lower bowl was filled, the second level was filled, and the third level was like half filled for a practice.
Yep.
50,000 heads came to watch the Eagles practice for an hour and a half. That is just insane. And there was tailgates.
Yep.
It was going on. It was live in Philly on Sunday.
Speaking of which, real quick, breaking news. All right, breaking news. I just mentioned that starting pitcher we got from the Tigers, okay?
Right.
Michael Lorenzen.
Yep.
He's got a no-no going through 7 innings.
Oh, okay. Sheesh. Hey, listen, we talked about it.
Yep. I manifested it.
You did manifest it. Hey, easy.
Yep.
Easy.
But I want to touch on that real quick though about the attendance. I think part of it is the casual Eagles fan didn't have the high expectations that a diehard did last year. You know what I mean? Because it's not like you were coming off a great season, right?
It was okay.
It was
We
okay, but
started
it's not.
off,
It's not like
had a nice
coming
soundtrack.
off of last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I think you get all the casuals that are like, holy shit, our team's good. Let's go watch. Whereas last year was more so like, oh, we were 9-8. We're probably not going to be that good. You know, people that don't really be diehard into it, don't understand football. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But at the same time, you saw what we did last offseason. I don't know why anybody wouldn't go. But I think
You know how
also what has
casual
to
it is.
play in a little bit is that the Phillies played before the practice. So the Phillies guys are like, you know what? We can just hit a double and go down the blocks of the link.
Yep.
So that might have played into it. Who knows? But I saw a lot of Kelly Green. So I'll get into a couple of these notes here. I wrote down some of the most important things. Start off with my dude Jalen Hurts. He's elite. He is just as good, if not better, than he was last year. He came out to standing O's and MVP chants, including myself. I was chanting MVP. He's obviously ready to go. Other than really one overthrow to Devontae Smith on a go route, he was hitting everything. He was nearly sharp. You hear my dog?
Yeah, I heard that.
He was locked in. There was one play in particular where I think it was red zone.
Mhm.
Takes the snap, bounces out to the right side, and he has Brandon Graham chasing him, outruns him, and hits Goddard on the sideline for a nice little grab. So it was kind of good to see him get the juices flowing a little bit. And a couple plays later, they went empty set with DeAndre Swift out wide, quarterback draw, easy touchdown.
Nice.
But yeah, Jalen Hurts has been elite all camp. Other than I guess today was kind of a rough day, and one other day he's had a stellar camp. Deadly accurate, minimal ints. The other quarterback, Marcus Mariota, straight trash, bro. Straight trash. He can't throw for shit outside of the goal line, red zone.
Hey, congrats on the kid though, Marcus Mariota. We saw him quarterback.
Congrats.
Best thing you got going for you right now, but congrats.
Pretty much. Yeah, anytime he was running with the second team, he was just tucking and running. And I mean, he looked good, but after a while, it was like, bro, we get it. We freaking get it. Like, just throw the ball. He had like one that was like a completion for a touchdown to Olamide Zaccheaus for like 3 yards, and that was about it. He overthrew Joseph Nada on a go ball that should have not been an overthrow, but I mean, he was sailing balls left and right. And the only good thing about Marcus Mariota was him running, which is concerning to me. Yeah. But I mean, Gardner Minshew also didn't look that stellar either at camp last year. So just as long as Jalen stays healthy, we don't really have to worry about it. But I mean, Marcus Mariota is a better fit. But again, it's kind of tough when you're you're just sailing throws left and right.
Yep.
The next one, we kind of touched on DeAndre Swift a little bit, but he's gonna have a massive role in this offense this year. Like you said, he's one of the top breakout candidates for this season. I think he'll lead the running back room in like utilization. Obviously, he's not going to get 100% of the running back snaps, but
no.
I feel like they're gonna be placing him all over the map, from the backfield to the slot, outside. I mean, like I said, with the one formation in the red zone, he was empty set wide, so he can literally be anywhere. They had him running they had him running in the slot. He had a couple grabs, so he's gonna be able to really do it all. I think he's gonna be a big time guy for this running back room. Rashad Penny, He looked good in the couple snaps that he got with the first team. He didn't really get too much. It seems like Kenneth Gainwell and DeAndre Swift are going to kind of be the main two guys, which Gainwell also looked pretty good. But Penny could kind of be that LeGarrette Blount kind of guy. I foresee that, which is good because when we won the Super Bowl in 2017, our running back room was a mix.
Yep.
You know, we had Corey Clement, who was kind of a scat back, could run between the tackles. It's Kenny Gainwell. Jay Ajayi was a do-it-all, run, pass kind of guy. DeAndre Swift and LeGarrette Blount was that bowling ball, goal line, dangerous runner, can run in between the tackles, and I foresee Rashad Penny being the same way. So I feel like we got a good running back room, and I'm excited. I'm especially excited to see a DeAndre Swift. He's going to be a freaking weapon.
Yep.
The offense, catering off of really the DeAndre Swift talk, there's some new wrinkles. You know, the running backs in the passing game, there's a lot more screens, a lot more empty set, off of mainly the same RPO system, but we're seeing a lot more running back usage in the passing game, and I like it.
Yeah,
I think it's one of the aspects that was absent that I wanted to see last year. I mean, we were dead last in check down percentage, so having some of those guys kind of be a safety valve for Jalen Hurts when he can't use his athleticism to get out of sticky situations is going to be huge. So I kind of like that Brian Johnson isn't really just copy and pasting last year's offense. He's taking it and adding a couple interesting wrinkles. We also saw a wide receiver, a jet sweep to Devontae Smith, and he is fast, bro. He is fast.
He's a guy you want in a jet sweep.
Yeah, bro, he was fast. The jet sweep, he had a crosser route on Christian Ellis, burn him. He must have got faster or something because he was flying. AJ Brown as well, absolute dog. I mean, you saw the clip on Twitter of the grab over Josh Jobe.
Yep.
Just straight up mossed him. And it was great. I feel like, we start the tradition of, oh yeah, we're going to open practice. I feel like it's a tradition that we have to see AJ Brown just shit on some poor DB while we're there. So that's really it for the offense. As far as defense goes, overall, the defense I feel like is going to have more variety. I saw a lot of four. There was some base. I mean, it's pretty vanilla for the most part, but we saw a lot of like big nickel, 3 safeties on the field. They have run some over fronts. They're really, really planting the seeds to kind of have some variety in this defense, which I like to see. I don't want us just playing our base 4-3 with the 5-man front. Like you gotta come with some variety. So I feel like Sean Desai is really trying stuff out, trying to see what works, and seeing him do different things and run different looks is refreshing because I feel like to be a good defense, you're going to have to do different things to throw the offense off. You can't just sit in your base and be like, oh yeah, Patrick Mahomes. We're going to stop you in our base 4-3. Like, I feel like that's elementary. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, yeah. And Sean Desai, he's a relative midget. No, I'm not going to lie. He's pretty tiny, but he's a good dude. He's pretty smart. I'm pretty excited to see the schemes and the exotic things he brings this year. Some position battles, particularly the safety room. Reed Blankenship is all but locked in to be a bona fide week 1 starter.
Good.
That's pretty much set in stone.
Awesome. I get to prove you wrong.
No, I'm proving you wrong, bro. He's been the most consistent guy. He's getting the most reps with the first team. That other spot is still kind of a question mark. I mean, they've rolled. It's been a majority of Terrell Edmonds, but I think with running kind of 3 safety looks with a big nickel, they've kind of rotated in just about everybody. I mean, Kayvon Wallace has gotten snaps as of late. He's had a really good camp. Sidney Brown has worked his way up on the depth chart. And even Justin Evans was getting some action too, kind of rotating in. So that other spot for week 1 depth chart is for the most part still open. But yeah, I mean it's Reed Blankenship and then somebody else on the other side. So and he had a couple good plays too. And Terrell Edmonds had a nice PBU on I think it was Devontae Smith. Jalen kind of telegraphed the pass and he made a break on the ball, so it's good to kind of see him eat. So it'll be interesting to see whether they add from outside or just decide on a guy like Edmonds or Kayvon Wallace. He's also another guy I think could possibly, if given the opportunity, could be a breakout candidate, Kayvon Wallace.
Okay.
It's kind of an unpopular opinion amongst the Eagles fans, but
yeah, he's not good.
Yeah, no. I mean, last year he had some pretty good timely snaps in a small sample size, but from having a good camp and being the vet in the room, hey, it could be a shot. The linebacker room, still kind of a question mark. Nakobe Dean was injured, so we saw like Christian Ellis and Luke Van Sumneren or whatever, one of our undrafted linebackers running first team. It was kind of tragic, I ain't going to lie. But we signed Miles Jack and Zach Cunningham.
Well, Zach Cunningham, I think, is one of the most underrated pickups of the offseason.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think both of them are going to make this roster. I mean, a lot of Eagles fans are kind of like, well, both of them can't really make the roster. If you look at who we have there, it's like something else is going on. I mean, you got Dean, but then after that, it's like what? Nicholas Morrow's just disappointing, and Christian Ellis just isn't what you thought he was. Which, I mean, he's had a good camp. Don't get me wrong. But I guess for depth reasons, they're not really comfortable running with those guys, and I get it. It was kind of concerning me. Mm-hmm. So I think bringing in Miles Jack and Zach Cunningham are perfect. I think both of these guys can make the roster. I think Miles Jack will be the starter week 1. Probably. He's a vet. Kind of reminds me of when we signed Nigel Bradham in 2016. He's a guy who's had success, kind of fell off a little bit. He's not terribly old, but he has experience, and behind this line with the secondary around him, and a guy like Nakobe Dean, he could have a resurgence. Not to the extent of like a Pro Bowl or All Pro, but he can very well be very serviceable in this scheme. So I'm excited to see him.
Yeah, Miles Jack's only 28.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean when we signed Nigel Bradham, he was late 20s, so and he was very solid for us. So I that's kind of what it reminded me of. I think he'll probably be the starter, and then Zach Cunningham, Nicholas Morrow, Christian Ellis will probably fight for like 3 and 4 because Sean Bradley will be here for special teams. So, so that's really the linebacker room, but we'll see. Miles Jack already getting first team reps, so I think he'll start. A couple other things here. Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith are the real deal. I mean, Nolan Smith had 1.5 sacks at practice. He was absolutely making life miserable for Marcus Mariota. Jalen Carter also wasn't really getting a lot of first team reps, so to say. He was more like second, third team, which is fine. I mean, you don't really have to put a lot of pressure on him to kind of, make any massive leaps. Just kind of get his feet wet, learn the game, and just progress at his own pace. But the offensive line room has had to game plan for him in practice. That's how much of a force he's been. And there was one individual, the offensive line versus defensive line. There was one one-on-one. I forget who the lineman was that he went up against. he just demolished them. He is super strong. He's got a nasty bull rush. He's going to be a dog on this rotation this year. I'm so excited to see these guys. They're going to be so good. So I'm glad. I'm glad that Howie Roseman listened to me and drafted Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith. So they're definitely be legit contributors on this defense. Second and third team for the most part are terrible, so I'm not really expecting to see them light up preseason. But I mean, it's second and third team offenses. But I mean, these guys have just it's rough watching a lot of sloppy play. It's obviously not the first team, so it is what it is, and it's a shame, especially for the third team guys. Watching the practice itself, it's crazy to see how little time they get on the field to kind of prove themselves to make a roster spot. They got like a developmental period of like 5 or 6 snaps and like a 7-on-7.
Yeah,
and special teams.
Well, when you've got such a top, not necessarily top heavy, but such a loaded top end of your roster,
right,
it's very hard to develop depth because you've got so much devoted in your top end talent.
Right. Yeah. No, but I mean, just in general, I mean, it's kind of the sad reality of the league, just seeing these guys, how little time they get. And then it's like, well, we got to cut half of this roster, which is half of these guys trying to prove themselves to be on a roster.
Yep.
And, there's not really much to go on. So it's really the sad reality. And it's really a hard thing for these coaches and general managers to decide. Couple of guys that I think should be on the roster, whether it's on the active roster or practice squad in any way. I just picked 3 guys off the top of my head. There's definitely more, but Joseph Nada, our wide receiver, he's had a stellar camp. He's caught just about everything. At the open practice, Marcus Mariota was not doing him any favors. He was just sailing balls left and right, but he was showing good effort. He late in the practice, he caught a touchdown from Mariota, which was good to see. Just he Marcus Mariota didn't do him any favors. It was just like, damn, like this guy's been tearing up camp and he's just putting balls in places where he can't get it. He's overthrowing them, and it's just like, damn, like give this guy a shot.
Yeah.
But he's been good. He's definitely made waves. I think we should keep him either on the. I mean, he could make the active roster. He has a shot. Josh Jobe, I think he's going to make the active roster as a second string corner. He's gotten quite a bit of first team reps with James Bradbury being out, and he's been pretty solid. He did get mossed by AJ at the end of practice, which was cool, but it's AJ Brown we're talking about here, top receiver in the league. But he's been very good and also good on special teams. So kind of like him and Zach McPherson, both kind of special teams guys. He's been really solid for us as an undrafted guy last year. And this third guy, who I don't really think is going to make either maybe practice squad, is Kennedy Brooks, a running back. It's a shame that we have so many good running backs, because he can totally make the roster. He's got tremendous burst off the line.
Tremendous.
Yeah, tremendous. He runs hard, a lot of effort. He's been a fan favorite in camp, like this year, last year, I think the year before that too. He's been around quite a bit. But with the way the roster is just stacked, he's not going to find a place on this roster, and it's a shame because he's a guy that let's just say he goes to like Dallas or something, he could be a good RB2-3 for Dallas.
Yep.
So it's a shame, but yeah, other than that, I mean, it was a good time. I enjoyed myself. I cannot wait to go back for a couple games this year. And yeah, that was really about it. That's really all I got from practice that stuck out to me. One other thing I forgot. I didn't write this down. I just remembered it now. there was a Dallas fan and a Giants fan at practice for whatever reason, just stirring shit up. The Dallas fan had a blanket, he just held it up loud and proud. And it was funny because we were on the same side of the stadium, but it was at the opposite end zone. It's like we're at the one end zone, and this is all happening at the other end zone, and we start hearing like the stadium boo. And I see the guy with like holding the thing up, and we're just like, "What the hell's going on?" So I mean, we start booing because like, why not, bro? We're just booing. So then they start like, word of mouth starts going around, like, "Oh, this dude has a Dallas shirt, whatever." I'm like, "Oh, like get a load of this guy! Like, what a weirdo."
Honestly, though, respect, low key. That man showed up to the enemy's practice.
He's got balls, and he is a weirdo. Why are you going to a practice?
I'm giving that man a salute.
Yeah, I'm not.
Way to represent way to walk into the enemy territory outside of a game just to say fuck you. What a guy. What a guy.
I don't know. And it's funny that these people are like, "Oh yeah, Eagles fans are so bad." I mean, what do you expect, bro? You're going to enemy territory, a practice.
We're not talking about the game.
To do with your life, bro? Yeah, not a game. Do you have anything better to do with your life? Go to an Eagles practice as a weird Philly Dallas fan.
Bro,
and then
got
there
out
was a
of
Giants
church and had a
fan.
free schedule.
There was a Giants fan as well. I saw a video later on. It was on the other side of the stadium, not on our side, so I didn't really know about it. Wore a jacket and then took his jacket off, Giants jersey, loud and proud, and the whole side just booing him. It was hilarious. Like, these people are so weird, dude.
Yep.
They're just scared, but it's cool.
All right, before we move on to talking a little bit about the preseason, Michael Lorenzen is walking onto the field in the 9th inning, 3 outs away from a no-hitter.
Hey.
I'm watching the game.
Oh, okay. Well, let us know. We'll start talking about it, but if he gets close to a no-hitter, just let us know.
He's 3 outs away.
So we'll move into one of our favorite parts about this show is the matchups and picking spreads. So we got some preseason matchups. Mm-hmm. We're going to preview some. Obviously, like, this is preseason, so we don't put a bunch of stock into it.
But we don't have to spend too much time on it, but just to look through, see what we have cooking up. Because at the end of the day, it's football. Football's back.
Yeah, it's back.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, we'll have, once we get back in the swing of things, instead of going on Google and looking at the schedule like this, we'll have a graphic with the matchups and the spreads as of that day.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll do it that way. But for now, we'll do it the old-fashioned way, how we did it back in the season.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, tomorrow we got 2 games. This first one here, Houston taking on the Patriots in New England.
Mm-hmm.
The Texans are 3.5-point favorites. This is how stupid preseason is. CJ Stroud's debut, I think.
Yep.
Yeah,
he's playing preseason week 1.
What do you think?
I think the Texans should win that game. I think they should win it handsomely. They got a lot of youth that they want to put on the field, and I think that's what's going to win these teams a lot of football games in the preseason is exploiting their youth onto the field. So I think the Eagles are going to be really good in the preseason. The Texans, the Panthers, the Lions have a lot of youth. The Seahawks. There's a lot of teams out there that got some up-and-coming youth that might dominate.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think honestly, I really don't give a shit. But yeah, I think Houston, they got a lot of young guys that are going to be out here kind of getting their first reps, so they'll be going ham. Like Will Anderson, CJ Stroud, your guy Nico Collins. Sometimes they have the first team out here, but yeah, no, I think Houston will probably win this.
Michael Lorenzen, 2 outs away.
Hell yeah. Next game, Minnesota going into Seattle to take on the Seahawks. Seattle is a 3.5-point favorite. I I'll take Seattle.
Yeah. And this isn't related to preseason, but like, you know what? Isn't it kind of weird how like no one's picking the Vikings to win their division?
No,
Because
I don't really
it's
think
not
so.
like they got much worse. I mean, they're not going to win 13
No,
games, but it's not
they
like
got,
that division's that good
they got
outside of Detroit.
considerably worse.
I don't think so.
In comparison, no, bro, come on, don't play with yourself right now. They lost more than they got, and the division got better this year. The Bears got better, whether you want to believe it or not, and the Lions got better this year. The Packers are probably going to be ass, and the Vikings are the third best team in that division. Kirk Cousins is a dog, and they have Justin Jefferson, but you need an overall team. I think the Bears and the Lions have better overall teams, but
one out away.
One out away.
Hell
yeah!
First pitch, down and low, changeup.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Bro is at 118 pitches right now. Bro is gassed. Absolutely gassed. Let's see it. Pitch number 2. Nice splitter.
Nice.
Low in the middle of the plate.
What are we looking at?
Man. 1-1 count.
Okay.
1-1 count. Third pitch coming up here. Swing and a miss. Low slider. 1-2.
One more.
1-2. Watch this man like crush a dinger or something.
I'll cry.
I will cry. This man, second game playing for the Phillies. First game had a fucking 1-hit shutout.
This one's about to be a no-hit shutout?
No-hit shutout. No hitter. This man has the fucking locks of a god. Let's see it. All right, pitch 4. Bad pitch. That one slipped out. It hit the grass before it even got it was a bad pitch. This man's nervous. You could tell.
Yeah.
All it takes is one.
The lights are too bright.
Yep. 2-2 count. 121 pitches. What the fuck?
Wow. Man.
He's only seen 30 batters. Pitch 5, fouled off. Okay. Fastball up and away, fouled off.
Okay.
This man's mom and his wife, who's really fucking hot, by the way.
Hey, yo.
They are videotaping. They're all excited.
Yeah.
I need to get me some locks like this man. This dude's got like beautiful hair. Full count. Low splitter.
Okay.
Full count. If he walks, no hitter, still alive.
Okay.
I think this man's going to go for it here. I think he's going to try and give us maybe a high fastball. A lot of pitches have been low. That's my call. High fastball.
High fastball. All right.
Let's see it. Oh my God. Pop up. No hitter, baby.
Let's go.
Michael Lorenzen has a 124 pitch no hitter for the Phillies against the Nationals. That's a 7-0 win. Oh my God. That is beautiful. I don't even care about the preseason anymore.
Yeah, we'll just run through this real quick.
Yep.
Next game, Steelers, Buccaneers. Steelers are 3-point favorites. I'll go with the Steelers. Tampa Bay is kind of a dumpster fire, and Pittsburgh's going to be playing some young guys, I think. So.
Yeah. Probably the Steelers.
Yeah.
Unless Baker plays.
True. That might not make a difference. Falcons, Dolphins. I'm surprised the Falcons are favorites in this one because the Dolphins like to play their starters for a whole half for some reason.
Yep.
I'll go with the Dolphins.
Nice. Good choice.
Yeah. I don't know. Gotta mix it up here real quick. You know what I mean? Packers, Bengals. Jordan Love is going to be playing. All their young guys are going to be playing. Joe Burrow won't be playing. Give me the Packers. Giants, Lions. Give me the Lions. They've been having a good joint practice against the Giants. They've been struggling. Although It's not going to mean shit in the game, but 3 points. Why not?
Yeah.
Commanders, Browns. Browns 3-point favorites. I don't know. Give me the Browns. I think Deshaun Watson will be suiting up for this one. So,
Yeah, probably. I'll take the Browns.
Yeah.
Commanders are ass.
Yeah. Broncos, Cardinals. Give me the Broncos. They're playing their starters in this one. Sean Payton already said his starters are playing, so they're going to be up 56-0 at halftime over the Cardinals. And yeah, so you can give me Broncos minus 15.5 for all I care.
Facts.
Moving down the line here a little bit. Titans, Bears. Give me the Bears. They'll be playing their young guys. Colts, Bills. Yeah, give me the Colts -5. They'll be playing their guys. Josh Allen won't see the field. Their first team won't see the field. So yeah. Jets, Panthers. Panthers are 3.5-point favorites. Oh no, what happened to Kyle? Okay. Jets, Panthers, 3.5-point favorites. Bryce Young will be playing, so he'll be getting some considerable snaps. So give me the Panthers. Jags, Cowboys. Jags are 4-point favorites. I don't really. The Dallas Cowboys second and third team is ass. Give me Jacksonville. Eagles, Ravens. Eagles at +6. Give me the Ravens to win, but the Eagles might cover. They might. They might not. Give me the Ravens. We're not gonna fuck. Actually, dude, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna ride my squad. Give me the Eagles at +6. They're not gonna win because our second and third team is ass. I witnessed it. But yeah, whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if Baltimore goes -6. So whatever.
Yeah.
Chargers, Rams. Rams at -3. Give me the Rams. Stetson Bennett is going to be going ballistic. Chiefs, Saints. Saints at -3. Give me the Chiefs at +3.
I like it. Good choice.
And then Niners, Raiders. Give me the Niners. They'll probably be playing one of those three quarterbacks probably Brock Purdy will probably see some time to get back accustomed to, the stuff. So yeah. Yeah, that's really the picks there. Not much going on. I mean, it's freaking preseason, so it is what it is. But yeah. All right. Why don't we do our last segment of the show? Like Kyle's kind of cutting out here. We'll do out of left field. Oh no. All right. Yeah, we'll do out of left field once our boy comes back. Here he is. Hey. Send me the Sporkle and I'll share it. Just email me the link. I'll open it up and
Absolutely.
I'll share it.
Mm-hmm. Where can I see the link?
Huh? Yeah. Yeah, Kyle's having a little bit of technical difficulties, so he'll send us the link. We'll get going. We'll do that real quick, and then we'll get up out of here. It's a good show. We had some good things going down. Oh, we can't get his computer to work. All right, well, Give me a second. We'll kind of call an audible here. We'll just do an immaculate grid. Sorry, I'm trying to get Kyle back in here. All right. Let us immaculate grid it up. Pause. Okay. It's not really a Sporkle quiz, so we'll just do one of these to call it quits. Immaculate grid. So we got Saints, Panthers, Bengals, Jets, Vikings, first team all pro. All right. We'll give it till 9:15. It is 8:59 p.m. right now. So we'll go there. So let's see where we can start easy here. Hold up. All right, first team all pro. Vikings will go with Randy Moss does not play for either of those teams. So we'll go Randy Moss, big boss. New York, no, not New York Jets. New Orleans Saints, first team all pro. Probably Reggie Bush, if I had to guess. Probably. We'll go with that. We'll go Reggie Bush. No, damn, bro. Damn. Oh, that's tough. I feel like that would have been a good. Was Michael Thomas first team all pro? I feel like he was. Let's see. Michael Thomas. Or Drew Brees. Drew Brees was definitely a first team all pro. There we go. Michael Thomas probably was first team all pro, but we'll just keep it safe. New York Jets first team all pro. This is where I need Kyle for this shit, bro. Bro, I don't know. I don't be tapped in with the Jets like that, bro. First team all pro. Santonio? Nah. It's gotta be a defensive guy that is first team all pro. Oh, Sauce Gardner. Of course. All right. Saints, Panthers, Greg Olsen. No, not Greg Olsen. That was Bears, Panthers. He never played for the Saints. I feel like there's a defensive guy that's played for both. Did Thomas Davis? Thomas Davis didn't play for the Saints. I don't think he did. Hey. Hello. Can't hear you. All right, let's see. Let's dig into this a little bit. Saints Bengals. Damn, bro. This. Oh, Andy Dalton.
You hear me, right?
I hear you.
Wow. Good choice.
Hello. So here we are. I wasted one on Reggie Bush for being first team All Pro for the Saints, but other than that, we've gotten all of them.
You're a fool.
All right. This is what I got so far. I got all the first team All Pros and
I seen it.
And Saints Bengals. I was gonna try to reach for that one, but I was like, oh, Andy Dalton's a clear choice.
Jets Panthers is fucking impossible.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh man.
Steve Smith never played for you guys, did he?
No.
No.
Nope.
Bengals, Jets.
There. That's another difficult one.
That's what I'm saying.
Where did Keyshawn Johnson go after the Jets?
The Bucks.
Hmm.
But where else has he played? He's played for other teams.
Curtis Martin was a Jet.
But I don't. Did he play for the Bengals? That was Corey Dillon.
Yeah, that was Corey Dillon. Riggins played for the Jets. He didn't play for the Bengals.
Didn't play for either of those teams.
Quarterbacks. Darnold didn't play. Darnold, Panthers. Darnold.
Uh-huh.
51%.
We just care about being correct.
Yes.
Jets, Bengals.
Jets.
I don't think Santonio hasn't played for the Bengals, did he?
Who?
Santonio Holmes.
I don't think so. Antonio Cromartie never played for the Bengals. Calvin Pace never played for the Bengals.
Revis.
Nah. 1 year with the Patriots, fucking loser.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Fitzpatrick, did he play for the Bengals? Of all the teams in the NFL, he had to have played for the Bengals. I don't know. Brandon Marshall never played for the Bengals. Did Eric Decker ever play for the Bengals?
No.
Matt Forte never played for the Bengals. Chris Ivory, did he play for the Bengals?
Sean Green.
Sean Green, I don't know if he played for the Bengals.
Sanchez hasn't. What about the Brickshaw Ferguson?
No, he was a Jet lifer.
Oh.
Such a badass name.
For real.
I don't know, bro.
I wonder if Morton Anderson played for the Bengals and the Vikings. He played for the Vikings, but I wonder if he played for the Bengals. I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Thielen's not going to count for Vikings Panthers because it's this
it
year.
only counts for.
Yep. Pat Pete played for the Vikings. No.
Did he play? Did Andrew Sendejo playing for the Panthers? I don't think so. He
I
played
don't
for the
think so.
Vikings.
That's a weird poll.
Well, I don't know. He's played for more. He played for the Vikings. Played for the Eagles. A couple other teams. I just can't think of who.
I feel like that Saints Panthers one should be easy because it's same division.
Oh, Teddy Bridgewater.
Oh. Look at that man. That man's got a cowlick on the top of his head.
Facts. Two more. So we got.
That man is all forehead.
For real. Could do the Jets, Bengals.
That one's hard, bro.
That is hard.
It's like
Bengals, Vikings, Panthers, Vikings.
Braxton Berrios didn't play for Bengals. Did Tim Boyle ever play for the? No, that was this season.
Vikings, Panthers.
Bro, this is hard.
I know. This one's hard.
Should have done Ricky Williams for the Saints All-Pro.
That's a pull. I thought Reggie Bush. Huh?
This is fucking annoying. It's hard.
I know.
The basketball one we're going to kill, though.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, man. Man, I don't know, bro. We can give up if we decide to.
I think we're trending that direction.
I don't want to, but
me neither.
This is fucking tough.
Well, if we can't think of anything, try Fitzpatrick for the Bengals and Jets.
Or Josh McCown.
McCown. Did McCown play for the Bengals?
I don't know, bro. They've played for like every franchise.
I know. I say those are the two. Did McCown play for the? I don't know.
Has Case Keenum played for either of these teams?
I don't think so. I don't know. Oh, Adrian Peterson didn't play for either of those teams.
Could have put him for this one. Oh,
did Chris Carter play for the Bengals or Panthers? For some reason, I feel like I can see him in a Bengals uniform, but I don't know.
I don't think so.
I'm out of ideas.
Carson Palmer didn't play for the Jets or Vikings.
No.
AJ
Green, he didn't play for the Jets or the Vikings. Who was his number 2?
So I'm trying to figure out.
Did Giovanni Bernard play for the Vikings?
Did he play for the Jets?
No.
Then no. What about Pac-Man Jones? Did he play for either of those teams?
I know he didn't play for the Jets.
Vontez Burfict.
He didn't play for the Jets.
He wouldn't play for the Vikings either.
Shit.
Oh my god, dude.
This is difficult.
I know.
Did Alexander Madison play for the Panthers or the Bengals?
I don't know. I wonder if either Jake Plummer or Jeff George played for either the Vikings or Bengals. I know Jeff George played for the Vikings, and I know Jake Plummer played for the Bengals.
Jake Plummer played for the Panthers too.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, but the Bengals and Panthers aren't together.
Ugh.
I say throw Ryan Fitzpatrick out there and see what happens.
All right, Ryan Fitzpatrick for Jets, Bengals.
And then Josh McCown.
Hey,
there we go.
Hey, sweet.
Oh, man. It still sucks.
Yeah.
I don't think McCown played for any of those teams.
I don't think so either. Golly.
I'm out of ideas. Xavier Rhodes didn't play for the Panthers or the Bengals, did he? Patrick Peterson didn't sign with the Panthers or Bengals for 1 year. Harrison Smith is a lifer. Yeah, bro. I say we wave the white flag. Who are you trying to come up with?
Muhsin Muhammad.
All right, let's go to the fucking...
All right, let's see. Teddy Bridgewater and Teddy Bridgewater. Cool.
We just can't pick them twice. That's
Trey Waynes. Oh, dude. Oh my god. Let me see. 34 other players for Vikings, Panthers, Teddy Bridgewater, Amir Abdullah.
Oh yeah.
Jarius Wright. Oh. Jared Allen. Fuck. That's
a sad miss. Jared Allen's a sad miss.
So is Matt Khalil, center.
Yep. Yeah, that is a bad one.
Captain Munnerlyn.
Eh.
Jermaine Wiggins. Xavier Woods.
He also played for the Cowboys.
Yeah. Okay, that's aside. Bengals, Vikings. 40 players. Gus Frerotte. Ugh. Jerome Simpson. That's the dude that did the front flip into the end zone.
Oh, that's right.
Fuck, I didn't know he played for the Vikings. Oh.
That's knowledge.
Facts. Other than that, Terrence Newman.
Cool.
Riley Reef.
Oh, yeah. Tackle.
Trey Waynes.
Riley Reef's a bad
tough
miss.
one.
That was a tough one. All right, let's get to my.
All right. Here we go. Now, hold on. Let me cook.
No, let me cook. This is mine. Mine. Okay? This is mine. All right.
All right, where do you want to go first?
Embiid All-NBA.
Bro, that's an easy one.
All right, fine. Julius Erving.
How about? Wait.
It's got to be a guy we know made it. AI made it. Won an MVP.
We'll go AI.
All right. That's your boy.
That's my guy.
All right.
All right,
Next,
Next.
Patrick Ewing's done it. Melo's done it.
Clyde Frazier's probably done it.
Walt Frazier, you mean?
Clyde Frazier.
Walt Frazier.
Yeah.
I say let's get someone that we know did it, like Melo, or
Kristaps.
no, I don't think he's done it. I don't think he's ever been All NBA. Really good year, but
John Starks.
I don't know if he was ever good enough to make an All NBA team.
Are you sure, bro?
I'm pretty sure he could have, but I don't know, man. That's a tough one.
What about Nah, not Nate Robinson didn't do it. Stephon Marbury?
I don't know if he ever made one.
All right, we'll go with Melo. He didn't play for either of those teams, so Melo Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
And Sacramento Kings.
I don't think they were tracking All NBAs when Oscar Robertson played.
We'll go with Chris Webber.
Did he make one?
It's the best player on their team. So
De'Aaron Fox made one.
DeMarcus Cousins.
Boogie. Did he ever make one? I say try Boogie and say fuck it. I'll take the loss if we don't get it. I just love Boogie. Yes. Okay. All right.
Okay, cool. Off to a good start.
Knicks, Hawks. No, there's Kings, Raptors, Kings, Hawks. This is kind of a tough one. These teams are a little iffy.
Kings Raptors. I have the guy's name. I just can't think. It's like Davis Jr. I just can't think.
Kings Hawks. Kevin Huerter, drafted by the Hawks, plays for the Kings now.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
Yeah.
What's the role player for the Kings that played?
Cam Reddish for the Hawks and Knicks. Drafted by the Hawks, played for the Knicks.
You know what would be a better one?
What?
Tracy McGrady.
I don't know. Cam Reddish is pretty difficult.
No, he's played for both of those teams.
3%. Good pull.
Yeah. Shout out Dom 2K.
T-Mac played for the Hawks? Fuck.
Huh?
T-Mac played for the Hawks? Where was I?
Yeah, bro. You sleep.
I guess.
What's the dude's name? The role player is gonna kill me, bro. For the Kings, popped off against the Warriors in the first round off the bench. Something Davis Jr. I can't think of his name.
Terrence.
Guard.
Terrence Davis Jr.
Yeah, because he played for the Raptors.
Yeah, he did. Terrence Davis. ENC. No, maybe you're spelling it wrong. TERENC. Terrence Davis. Yep. Nice. Terrence Davis. Raptors. No. No.
Sixers, Hawks, Dikembe.
Yep. Okay.
All right, we got two more. Sixers, Raptors. I don't want to say Danny Green because that's such a fucking
It's probably a low
obvious
pull, though.
answer.
I think it's a low pull, but
That's such an obvious answer, though, I think.
it is. But do people really be doing these? Think, oh, Danny Green?
Yeah, bro.
I guess. Danny Green hasn't been relevant since like the Raptors finals. Brunson ever played there? Josh. I don't know if Josh Hart ever played for the Raptors. I don't think so.
No.
Mitchell Robinson was drafted there. Quickly was drafted there. Miles McBride was drafted there. Brunson was drafted by the Mavs. Archie Barrett was drafted there. So that's got to be a throwback guy.
Has Michael Carter Williams played for the Raptors?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Remember, the goal is to fill the board.
I know. I'm just thinking. Like obviously Danny Green would be the fill the board option, but I'm just thinking like.
Yep.
Heads.
Trying to get in the bag a little bit.
Yeah.
Knicks Raptors. That's an interesting.
Robert Covington. Oh, wait. How about Isaiah Cannon? Has he played for the Raptors?
No.
No. Okay. I thought him, and I was like, wait, Rockets, but I didn't know.
I feel like Knicks Raptors should be fucking easy, and I'm just dead. Vince Carter never played for the Knicks.
No. Oh, I know. Amir Johnson.
There you go.
Even better pull than Danny Green. All right, last one. Knicks Raptors.
Got a chance to fill the board.
Hey, we about to fill the board. I don't know about you. We finna fill the board right here.
Kyle Lowry didn't play for the Knicks, right?
No.
Early.
Did Wilson Chandler play for the Raptors?
No.
No? Are you sure?
Positive.
He's played for a lot of teams, though.
I don't think he's played for the Raptors, though. It's hard to get free agents up there. I'm trying to think of Raptors drafted guys that went to the Knicks, not the other way around.
What about Damari Carroll?
Damari Carroll played for the Raptors.
He didn't play for the Knicks, though.
No. Oh, man.
Has Jalen Rose didn't play for the Knicks?
I don't think so. He didn't?
What about? Huh?
He didn't?
I'm asking you. He didn't play for the Knicks, did he?
I think he did. He just seems like a guy that played for the Knicks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
LeBron James.
No. Michael Jordan.
Chris Bosh played with two teams.
But it wasn't the Knicks.
Yep. Scotty was drafted there. Fred was drafted there. Mike Malachi was drafted there. This is tough.
Yeah.
What's that guy? Herzonia?
Mario Hezonja?
Yeah, did he play for the Raptors?
I don't think so.
Okay. Weird flex that I pulled him out of my ass.
Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah. If we can't come up with something in the next 2 minutes, we're popping off Jalen Rose and hoping for the best.
Nate Robinson didn't play for the Raptors.
No. Nope.
Oh my god, dude.
Did Willie Hernan Gomez play for the Raptors?
I don't think so.
Okay. I know he played for the Hornets, the Knicks. Dario Saric never played for the Raptors, did he?
No. Did Vince Carter play for the Knicks?
I said him earlier. I just don't know if he played for the Knicks.
I feel like that's probably the best bet because he's played with quite a bit of teams. I don't remember him being on the Knicks.
Me neither.
What about Baron Davis?
No.
Matt
Barnes?
No.
Stack
What
Jack?
about, what's his name? Can't think of the guy's name.
Did Jerry fucking
Scott
Stackhouse?
Novak.
He might have. I still think Jalen Rose is the best name we've come up with yet. I think it's wrong. I mean, it might be wrong, but
wrong.
I don't know. I feel like Jalen Rose is such a Knick. He's the most Knick player that probably never played for the Knicks.
Yeah. That's funny.
Oh, my God. Richard Jefferson never played for the Knicks, did he?
No.
JR played. Did Shumpert ever play for the Raptors? Or JR?
I don't think so. Has Marbury played for the Raptors?
I don't think so.
What about not Marbury. What's the other one?
That man made some terrible shoes.
Facts. What's the other guy's name? Oh man, I can't think. Oh dude.
Did Mark Gasol play for the Knicks?
No. Can't think of the guy's name. He's a guard. Rivaled Marbury coming out.
I have no idea.
Oh man, I can't think of his name. I gotta get this.
Ricky Rubio? No.
No. Allen Houston?
I have no idea.
Rod Strickland? I feel like Rod Strickland probably at some point has played for both of these teams.
If you think that's your best guess, I'd say go for it. I feel like Jalen Rose is incorrect, but I still want to guess it. Oh my God.
Pablo Prigioni?
What a poll.
I think it's between him and Rod Strickland for me because I don't fucking know, bro. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. I know this. The big that played late 90s, early 2000s.
There's a lot of bigs that played that time.
For the Knicks.
Amari Stoudemire?
No. Oh, I can't think of his name. He was good. He's kind of controversial.
Meta World Peace?
No, he's not a big. He's a forward.
Yeah, I know.
It's more of a wing.
I just heard controversial.
Marcus Camby. There we go.
There you go. That's a good one. Good poll.
All right. Hell yeah.
Good job.
Cool shit.
Marcus Camby,
All right.
Terrence Davis. Yeah.
Let's see the grid. So yeah, Danny
Jeremy
Green was the obvious pull. I didn't want to use that. Ewing
Jeremy
also,
Lin.
Reddish also. Chris Webber was also an obvious pull. Who do we use? Boogie. Vince Carter played for the Kings and Raptors. That is true. Embiid, yeah. Like all these guys you said were freaking obvious pulls.
Well, we're trying to complete the board. I don't give a fuck about who or what.
I know. All right, let's see if what was it? Knicks Raptors?
Jalen Rose.
See if Jalen Rose played for the Knicks and the Raptors.
And Rod Strickland.
Quincy Acey. That's a pull. Chauncey Billups.
I don't know why, but Chauncey Billups.
Andrea Bargnani.
Oh, yeah.
We fucking forgot about it. Chris Childs, Marcus Camby, we got Doug Christie, Jarrett Jackerman, Mark Jackson, Jeremy Lin, T-Mac, Jalen Rose, and Rod Strickland. Both were on this list.
Good polls. Jalen Rose is such a Nick.
Yeah. Charles Oakley. Steve Novak as well was on this list. But I don't think I said him for... No, I did. I did say him for Knicks Raptors. So yeah, we were kind of like toying around with it for a little bit.
Yeah,
Jalen Rose played for the Knicks in 2006. I guess he got traded there because he played for the Raptors 04 to 06 and got traded. Rod Strickland 98 to 90 with the Knicks, and then 2004 with the Raptors. Steve Novak 2012 2013 with the Knicks, 2014 with the Raptors, and then you said Jalen Rose.
Yeah.
But yeah, Marcus Camby, 1999 to 2013 with the Knicks, and 1997, 1998 with the Raptors. So yeah.
Damn.
Cool. 143 is pretty decent.
Yeah, it's good. Anything sub 200, I think, is pretty good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We had to make up for this though.
Yeah.
This was kind of sad. But yeah.
Yep.
Cool stuff.
Good job, dude. Way to carry the last bit of the show while I died internally.
Yeah.
Wasn't
yeah,
good,
I know.
bro.
That was kind of tough.
That was tough. But we will be better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, especially 2 weeks from today.
Yes. Absolutely.
As I announced before, Smitty and King DV, the boys at Inside the Nest, are coming on the show 2 weeks from today, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to give their 2023-24 NFL schedule predictions alongside us.
Yep.
So we're going to be chopping it up for a couple hours, talking schedules, talking football. Shout out to them again for coming on.
Yep.
Make sure you tap in. You're not going to want to miss it. We're going to be live on 3 channels, including ours. So tap in. Tap in. Call off of work.
We'll be the host show, so we'll be the ones controlling everything. So
yes. So make sure you mark your calendar. Babysit the dog, the kid, the fish, whatever it is, because you don't want to miss it.
Absolutely.
That being said,
it's been the Day One podcast, y'all. Yeah. Make sure you turn on that post notifications bell when you're scrolling on our channel, watching all of our extremely entertaining content. Okay? Make sure you leave a like, you leave a comment on this video, you subscribe, whether you're on a boat, on a bus, or a plane. You can get the Day One podcast anywhere except on a submarine at the bottom of the ocean. Can't do that.
With the Xbox Logitech controller.
Can't do that. But make sure you guys tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm Kyle. That's Anthony. Catch y'all later.
Peace.